Hey guys, welcome back. Thanks for stopping by. I'm Maggie. In this video, I'm going to share with you some of the patterns that I've completed recently, some of the new ones that I have found and wanted to share with you. And I wanted to let you know that I have finally finished my sweater. Many of you know that I've been working on putting this sweater together. I finally have done that, and I am working very hard on trying to write a pattern for you. And as soon as I do, I will make sure to let you know that it's available. I am going to be creating a tutorial as well, so stay tuned for that. So since this is October, I thought I would share with you some of the patterns that I found that would be appropriate for Halloween or kind of the spooky month of October. The first one I want to share with you is this little ghost here. This is a free pattern. It's a tutorial on YouTube. The creator is Jenna, G-E-N-N-A, from Crochet by Jenna. It is a no-sew pattern. I made this one with Bernat blanket yarn, and he's a pretty good size. You can see, I have my little soda here. He is just shy of a Celsius can. So, I also made this one with worsted weight yarn and came up with a little keychain size, and that is absolutely adorable. I have it at school and my students are driving me crazy. They all want him. So great pattern, easy to follow, and just adorable. All right, next I have another YouTube tutorial. This one I found. It's a no-sew pattern by Darling Maple Designs. He is just an absolutely adorable little spider. Not too difficult to put together. He's no-sew. You literally do it all in one piece. You make the head and then attach the legs here, and then you get down to the body and it folds together. It's really kind of cool how it comes together, and I'm very grateful that there's a YouTube video because I think a written pattern is probably above my understanding at this point, but I think he just turned out super cute. Okay, so there's my little spider. Next is this adorable little bat. I have, again, kids all over the place asking me to make them one at school. This pattern is a free pattern on Instagram, and it is by, I should put my glasses on. I try to do this and I just don't know why I bother. There, much better. This is by Naomi, Naomi _crochet. That's her channel, or not channel, what do you call it on Instagram? But that's how you find it. It was not difficult to put together, and again, I did use this pattern with worsted weight yarn and made an adorable little keychain. So a lot of these patterns, when you change up the type of yarn or the weight of yarn, you can vary the size in your end result. So this particular pattern and the ghost, just changing to worsted weight gave me just the perfect little keychain size. So that is another pattern that I absolutely love for the month of October. Now this one, it was not a free pattern. I paid for this, but I think it's going to be well worth it. It is all over YouTube right now. If you or someone you know watches Stranger Things, they will recognize this little guy right off the bat. This is a baby Demi, is the name of the pattern. That's short for Demigorgon. It's some creature in Stranger Things. I work with high schoolers, so they are all about this right now. And I am planning on putting together one using worsted weight, and I bet it's going to come out the perfect keychain size too. So this pattern is by, oh, it's on Etsy by the way, by Just a Mom Crocheting. I purchased the bundle. It came with 3 different sizes. This one here is the first size, the largest size, okay, and I used, it's not Bernat. I have a hard time finding brown yarn right now for some reason, but I did find this at Hobby Lobby, so it was there. Let me just grab this. Whoa. Cozy Occasion is what I wound up using for this one, but it is about the same, I think, weight as Bernat blanket. It feels like it to me anyway. But super cute, wasn't too difficult. The flowers, or the petals aren't as tough as you would think. So I'm really happy with the way this guy turned out. So I think that kind of covers my creepy things, unless you want to consider an octopus creepy. I showed you guys this one I was working on in my last video. This is Anchor the octopus, and he is a real showstopper. I just absolutely love this pattern. It is by, I have my notes down here because I tend to go off script all the time, so I'm going to try to stay on it today. This is Anchor the Octopus by Humble Child. Now, I have to tell you, it was not an inexpensive pattern. This pattern, I actually bought the bundle, the full-sized Anchor, and then there's a mini. For the bundle, it was $14.84. So I know that's a lot for a pattern, but just look at them. I mean, this is impressive. I have not yet found a person that hasn't commented on him whenever he's out. So I just love my Anchor. One thing I have to say though is I am making right now the mini Anchor that came with the bundle, and I'm not so sure I'm going to use the same yarn. I used Bernat Baby Blanket in the colorway Lagoon, and this is another Bernat. Darn, I don't remember the name of this color, but the baby blanket. And to me, his legs are just a little too stiff, and I think that's the thicker yarn. If I went with something a little lighter weight, I bet I'd get the nice hangy leg or drapey leg, and it may turn out better. So with the mini, I probably would not use this thick of yarn. Although I'm going to finish this guy. I've got most of his legs complete now. But for the next time, or if you plan on making the mini, I would go with something thinner than Bernat Baby Blanket. Let's see, what else did I make? Oh, I did finish Chompers, the alligator. He is super cute. He has these adorable little toes. I don't know if you can catch those on here, but super duper cute. I think I probably would make his tail a little longer the next time I make him. And the pattern didn't specify where to place his little bumps on his back, but I put too many on, I think. I would probably do half as many bumps just to kind of space them out so that they're a little more defined. But he's just super cute. I mean, I love his little nostrils here. And again, a very easy pattern. This one I purchased on Etsy, and it was $4.85. I used Bernat Baby Blanket in the colorway Leafy Green. I have completed my capybara. This is by the crochet code AU. It's after crochet code. It was originally $5.08, and there was a 45% discount, so I got them for $2.79. And this particular pattern does come with instructions that you can make a little orange to put on top of the head, but I'm having a tough time finding orange too. I think because it's October, all the brown and oranges are gone. I can't find them. Even online, they're sold out. So he is super duper cute. And again, I used worsted weight yarn and followed the same pattern, and he makes an adorable keychain. Let's see, I dropped one. Okay, now that's the Demigorgon. I'm good there. And finally, I am way late to the party, but I did make a loaf kitty. This is the Annie Caraway kitty pattern, and it's no wonder that he has taken crochet by storm. He is just super duper adorable, super easy to make, and I'll be making many more of these. So the kitty cat, the loaf cat, and I will be sure to put links to all of these little patterns and makes in the description box below so that you can check them out yourself too. So I mentioned to you guys that I like to take a pattern and use the worsted weight yarn rather than Plushie yarn to try to make it smaller so that it would be appropriate for a keychain. And as many of you know, I'm a teacher, so I like to do that because my students just love to hang little cute things on their backpacks. So one that I'm trying to make right now is this raccoon keychain. You may have seen it online. It's been very, very popular as well, but I am having a heck of a time with it. The instructions I'll be honest with you, I was real curious whether this was an AI pattern or whether it was for real. The picture kind of led me to believe it might be AI. It's on Etsy, and the pattern is by Flower Safari is the name of the designer. Now, I got pretty far with, I've got the head made and the ears, and I'm at the point now where I have to make the little eye mask, and I'm having a fit with that. I cannot for the life of me, or haven't been able to get that right. So I contacted the maker, and I got an automatic email back, and I thought, oh gosh, this is AI. Something about they were on a little vacation and they'd get back with me, and I kept getting this message back, and I thought, oh brother, I think I got suckered, which isn't too big a deal because the pattern itself was $3.90 and I got it 50% off. Okay, so $1.95, not much lost there. But I really want to make it because I have a student who is crazy about raccoons, has a pet raccoon, and I really want to do this for her. So anyway, I'll be darned if, as I was getting things together for this video today, the creator did contact me. So what they sent me was a video with no voice, and it's really hard to see because their hands are holding on to the piece. But when I have a minute, I'm going to sit down and try to follow the video to see if I can't get the little mask right. So still not 100% sold that it's not an AI generated thing, but I'll let you know. I think that that's a real issue that I'm understanding, that there's a lot of AI patterns out there. Some of them work, some don't. I don't know. I'm new to the pattern writing and pattern business. I make blankets, and my sweaters that I have put together, I kind of, I don't follow a pattern. That's why it's so difficult for me to come up with one for you. I use my own measurements and just kind of go from there, or I'll use another garment that I have and measure it with a tape measure, and then make my sweater measure that garment or match that garment. So making this pattern is going to be one heck of a challenge for me, but I am going to do it because I have had lots of requests, and why not? I mean, that's why I'm here, right? To try to share my love of crochet and encourage others to do it, or to crochet as well. So my plan is, I don't know if you guys have heard of Ko-fi. It's Ko-fi. Apparently it's a website that makers can go to and post things and sell things. I'm not confident enough with my pattern writing ability to post my pattern when I finish it on Etsy or one of the bigger platforms. So the way I understand it, Ko-fi is something that I could post something and you all could just leave a tip. So I figured I would maybe try that. That way, if my pattern stinks, you won't be too mad at me if you had to pay for it. So I'm going to give it a try. Once I get a little more adept at this kind of stuff, I'll be able to share more with you. But I did actually start a Ko-fi account. It is ko-fi.com/Maggie May Crochet. So there's nothing on there yet, but I do have the account. And once I have this sweater put together, I'm going to make a tutorial, a video tutorial. So you don't need to get the written tutorial. Some people prefer just the video. But I do get a lot of requests for written patterns, and I've never really posted one yet. So I'm going to try it. And again, it'll be available on Ko-fi. And if you feel like doing so, you can leave a tip for me. If not, the pattern will be there for you there in writing as well. And you can let me know how I did. I have no idea. Maybe I don't want to flatter myself, but I could put out I see it all the time, what's it called? A pattern tester type thing where makers will put out a pattern for people to volunteer to make it, and they kind of test out the pattern for them and give them hints and tips on how to improve it or whether it works or not. That seems like an awful lot, though. I don't think I'm there. I don't think I'm I'm just someone who loves crochet, and wants to encourage others to crochet as well. So anyway, enough. See, this is why I have to have my little computer here with notes, because I'm going to ramble all day if I don't knock it off. So that's that. I'm going to wrap this up so that I can sit down and actually start this sweater. I'm going to be making another one as I create the tutorial. I don't know what kind of yarn I'm going to use. This is cotton, and can I tell you, this is very heavy. It's a heavy, I mean, I'm not hot sitting here, but the actual weight of it is heavy. I think I used 10 skeins of, I don't have it right here, of course. Do I have another that's similar to it back here? No. See, I start talking and I don't have myself organized enough to make this go. Anyway, it's Hobby Lobby, and I love this cotton. So I don't know what those skeins come in. I know it was 199 yards per skein. Maybe it was 2 ounces. Stay tuned for the tutorial. I'll have all the details, I promise. Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up, and hope you enjoyed this quick little video of some of the things that I have created, and wanted to share the patterns because they're super duper cute, and wanted to get this one out to you because Halloween, right? We want to have our little spooky things out. I bet this would make a cute keychain with worsted weight. I haven't done that yet. If you guys are like me, it hurts to use worsted weight. Although I don't know, Bernat blanket yarn isn't a whole lot better. My hands cramp and hurt so much from using these yarns. Maybe I'm just getting old. That's more like it. But anyway, rambling again. So, all right, I am gonna knock it short so I can get to working on writing up this pattern. If you have any input or help that you might be able to share with me about Ko-fi, if you've seen it before, if you've used it before, let me know your thoughts on that, whether it's worth my time, I don't know, or your time, I don't know. And if you are interested in a tutorial for this particular sweater, and let me know that too. I think there's enough interest out there for me to actually put all the work in or not. But if not, I really don't want to put all that work in. That sounds terrible, but it's a lot. Pattern designers, really, my hat's off to you. I just, it's a lot. Anyway, I am excited, though. I am proud of my sweater. I think it turned out really, really neat. And if you'd like to make one, like I said, stay tuned. I will do my best to get that out for you if it's something you'd like. I'm all over the place. All right, so that's about enough of me yammering today. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. It really motivates me to continue putting together videos for you and sharing some patterns that I find that I like, and sharing some of my own makes with you. If you felt this video was helpful, please give it a like, and that's the little thumbs up symbol down below there. And I will see you the next time, and next time hopefully it will be this sweater. So take care, and I will see you then. Bye bye.